Hey, Superior Shave fans and other humans, how are we doing today? A customer sent a razor for honing, and along with it, this extremely curious razor. Check this one out. This is a 6/8 razor, and it doesn't have a shoulder. Nice blank. And on the tang and on the show side, it says Koluko, K-O-L-U-K-O. And it says Koluko again here. And then right there, in addition to a number 107, it says Solingen, the city where these are ground. So since 1938, you cannot have on the steel itself the name Solingen and have the razor forged or ground anywhere else but within their little trade guild area. So the hot forging, where they take the cylinder and smack it into a die, from that step all the way through to the finished ground product, all that labor has to take place inside the area. So it's got the Solingen on there, but then on the back here, look at this. This says finest Sheffield silver steel. So the phrase finest Sheffield silver steel generally refers to steel that was forged in Sheffield, England, rather than just referring to a recipe for steel. So it's common and confusing, I agree. Not just Dovo, but many German makers will write, you see how it says Swedish steel on here, on this Dovo? Some of them will write Swedish steel on the body of the packaging. And you might even see it on the back side of an older copy of the razor, like it might say Swedish steel right there. But the steel itself did not necessarily originate from Sweden. It is the recipe, the formulation for the recipe came from Sweden, and they sourced the steel from anywhere, from India a lot of times, and then it is forged. You know, they take the cylinder and smack it into a razor shape in Solingen. So this razor, because it says finest Sheffield silver steel, which generally refers to something that was forged there, it could not possibly be forged in England and ground in Solingen, because since 1938, that's against the rules. So they are either referring to, if this was produced after 1938, the rod stock for the cylinder of metal, the steel, came from England, and then it was forged in Solingen, which would be unusual for them to write finest Sheffield silver steel, those four words generally referring to the forging in addition to the recipe. So it's possible that this came after 1938 and they were just being fanciful, referring to the formulation being Sheffield type silver steel, which was then shipped to Germany and forged in Germany and then ground into a razor. Or if this was made before 1938, the blank of steel could have been forged in England and then mailed to a little, small operation in Germany where they ground it into the razor for Colico, whoever that was, department store, whatever it was. So, yeah, it's very unusual to have Solingen and finest Sheffield silver steel on the body of the steel, forged, hot stamped in like that. And I can't say that I've ever seen this before. And if y'all have one like that, why don't you post a picture of it and put it on the little Imgur or something like that, and put a link on this video, because I would like to see that. So this is a nice, interesting bit of German Kish. Hey, thanks for watching as usual, and buy from our shop or I will have to go out of business. Bye-bye.